So you want to make a super cute Victorian no-sew pincushion? Well, let's get started. I'm going to show you exactly what you need and exactly how to do it. So the first thing you're going to need is a pine cone. It seems so unlikely, but it works. Doesn't matter the size, mine's about 3 inches. You're going to need lots of fabric scraps and you're going to cut them into squares 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches or 6 centimetres if you're metric. Just cut a few of them. And you're going to need something to fill your little bubbles, which I've used toy filling, and you're going to need some glue. Any multi-purpose glue will be absolutely fine, or hot melt glue, and some thread, again any thread, just to fasten your little lumps and bumps. You need them all nice and secure. So to make each one, simply cut a length of thread. Again, you'll see it's just to wind round it, so it doesn't need to be very long. Take one square, little bit of filling, ball it up, push it in the middle and fasten your fabric up round it. So you're just going to pull it up so it all falls together, and then you've got that little bump. You can see how it's going to work, and then simply take your thread, wrap it round a couple of times maybe, and then tie it off. And that's just going to hold all that filling in there nice and secure. Now what you have got is rather a lot of fabric sticking off there. So first of all, snip off your excess thread, but then you're also going to need to cut off some of that excess fabric because you'll not be able to get it all in the pine cone. So just cut it down. You'll get to have a play and see what's about the right amount. And then all you're going to do is repeat that until you've got a few of them. Now I'm going to tell you, I used about 40 in my pine cone, and that's 3 inches tall. So that just gives you an idea. So all we're going to do is push them into the pine cone in all the little holes. Now, what you'll find is they won't hold necessarily, and that's where the glue comes in. So you're just going to put a little bit on the end of that fabric and then push it into the gap, and that glue will just hold it in there. So you can see we've one in. Oh, we must be nearly finished. Then select another one and push it into another gap. Now I find it's a good idea to work from the bottom. You might prefer to work from the top, but that's just what works for me. And to just keep working one next to the other. If you're using lots of different fabrics, just make sure you're doing lots of different patterns. If you're using the same fabric, it doesn't really matter. Also a good idea to do them slightly different sizes, then you can squeeze them into the gaps you've got. It doesn't really matter, but sometimes it just helps for appearance and make it look a bit prettier and you don't end up with so many gaps. So you can see this building up. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up so more people can make their Victorian pine cone pincushion. There you go, there's a mouthful. So I left all this in because I wanted you to see it building up and see just how easy it is. It's actually a great craft to get older children doing. They could easily do these. You could make them for a school fair, or you can make them as a nice gift for a friend that you know sews if perhaps you don't. You could get them a few pins and put them in. So you can see it all building up and that pine cone disappearing. And then as you get to the top, you're just going to have less gaps. You just be a little bit more careful, and you're just going to squeeze those last bits in. Oh look, the sun's come out. That's very helpful of it, but you know, doesn't necessarily look great on the video, but we won't worry about that. So just squeeze those in. Now I've just got one little gap left, so I'm just going to put one into that little gap. I mean, I could have left it, but I think it'll look better. And then give it a good squeeze. Make sure they're all pushed in there, and then leave it to dry. And well done, you've got your pincushion. So please look at the screen now and you'll see some other videos, and in the description below are some more videos to make more sewing supplies. Good luck with your supplies. Thank you for watching.